I wanted to talk a little bit about shelf-help or self-help. So I have a shelf here with some books. So none of these books I've read. So I haven't read any of these books. So often I go out and I buy new books, and then I put them on one of these shelves. So I have shelves where the books I haven't read are. And then when I've read a book, so like I've recently read this one, it's the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. So what happens to this book when I've read it? So after reading the book, then it actually goes into this shelf. So this is my shelf help. So that means I've read the book, I've been exposed to all these new thoughts and ideas, and then I put it here. And that means I've read it, but I haven't executed on it. So like if I've read the books, I've read like Anthony Robbins' Giant Steps, but I haven't really done what Mr. Tony said. Then it goes into this. So this is shelf help. So a lot of people have a lot of shelf help. So if they take the time to read a book, then it goes to the shelf instead of actually implementing and like using all the things we learned. So with this book, with the Naval Ravikant, then one of the things he talks about is that we need to go back to the source and find the people who had the original thoughts of, like, find people who actually did the things that they are talking about, instead of other people who like looked at other people who did it, and then they made like an abbreviation of the things, blah blah blah. And then he talks a bit about like, you don't have to read an entire book. Sometimes you can just read part of the book, and then you get the core ideas in the book. So a lot of books, they just drone on and on and on and on around the same thing. So it's the same thing served in a different way. It just takes up 300 pages. It says you don't need to do that. So there's actually things I've implemented after reading the book. So I have actually used some of the stuff here. Things there was like, I then went and looked, and then Naval was talking about Richard Feynman, and then I was like, oh, so I found some books with Richard Feynman, and then I read those. So actually, like, I implemented the things I was learning from Naval, and then like I implemented some of the things from the Richard Feynman books too. So the book is not here. That one, I haven't read this one yet, but the book, I gave it away, so I don't have it right now. I'm going to order a new one, but I thought it's called like Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman, and that's actually like a pretty cool book too. And then when I've read the book and I've implemented something in the book, then it goes to my third shelf. So like here in the example shelf here, right, some of my other shelves are a little bit of a mess. It's full, so I'm going to put it down here, right? So that means like now I've read the book, I've implemented it, and I used it. So it's not shelf help anymore, right? Because I actually used it. Like, there were some good ideas, and then I implemented those. The thing is, with a lot of things, is that we change as a person, right? So, and we see things differently, right? So this is my copy of Unlimited Power. This is my dad's copy of Unlimited Power, and this is my wife's copy of Unlimited Power. When we read that book, then we get three different experiences. We learn three different things. We see things differently. Then if we wait 2 years and we read the book again, but in the meantime, we've been reading other books and implementing other stuff, then the things we see the second time when we read the book is not the same as the first time, because we've evolved as people or as persons, right? So we've changed. We're not the same, right? It might be that I've read like the Russell Brunson books here. So I would read this one, I would read the Russell Brunson books, and then like Atomic Habits, Business Made Simple, and The Diary of a CEO with Steve Bartlett, and then boom, I come back, and then I read Unlimited Power again. Then I'm a different person, and then I might learn something different the second time I read it. So my dad always said too that, like, sometimes he had a lot of books standing on his bookshelves, and then he said he hadn't read them yet, but they were there because in the future he might need it. So I've actually experienced that I've had like several books standing on my bookshelves, and then one day I had a problem, and then I could go into one of these books that I've been hoarding and find a solution to my problem. So Warren Buffett says that in his documentary on Max, HBO, says that he's studying 6 hours per day, studying 6 hours per day. Tony Robbins recommends like 30 minutes per day of studying as a minimum. What's Keith Cunningham's? I have a few books with him. The Road Less Stupid. So he reads at least like a few books per week. So a lot of the Steve Bartlett, he reads a lot of books. He's in the Dragon Den, the English Shark Tank on BBC, or was at some point. Pretty cool guy. His book is pretty cool to read too. Anyways, so all the successful people are studying, but not just reading the books, but actually like implementing some of the stuff they learned, right? So do you have self-help or shelf-help at home? Are you actually like implementing some of the ideas and some of the things, like taking action on the things you're learning? Or are you not learning anything from reading? Then you might just subscribe to this YouTube channel and give it a like or dislike, and write stuff in the comments, because then you might have learned something today. Then you don't have to read that much, and then you can watch another video another day. Anyways, that was just a little bit about shelf help, self-help. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.